Alright, let's cut some eggs, mutation creation style with some big old scissors. So I've never cut any eggs before, and this is going to be super challenging. I'm super excited, and this is the first clutch ever on the channel and in the room. And for me, never really wanted to breed ball pythons, but I just kind of got a whole bunch of them and kind of decided, you know, let's try the breeding, let's see how it goes. Maybe it'll funnel in some really cool patterns and combos to keep. Sell some off to at least pay for some of the rats, but that's not really a big deal anyway. Just trying to figure out what the hype is on the breeding, and then we'll go from there. So, and then I'll show you guys the eggs. So we got 4, 2 have already pipped out. Sorry, we have 5, so 2 have pipped out, and the other ones are still in the eggs. And I've had a handful of people say, don't cut, wait till they pip to cut, and just let them come out on their own. And then I had a bunch of people say, well, I waited, some were wrapped up in an umbilical cord, some didn't have a tooth. I know that's super rare. You know, a lot of people feed you different stuff online, whether it's true or not, but I like to take all of those resources and then try to decide on what I'm going to do for myself since I am new to this. Trying to figure these babies out will be difficult for me. Obviously, I've never done this before, so just looking, you know, you cut, you look at the snake, I'm not going to sure what they're going to be. So maybe you guys can help me out with that. I'll try to get a good camera angle. So I'm doing this by myself. So let's get into this. The female was a regular pied from John Chosmeyer, and the male was an Orange Dream Enchi Leopard Pied from Canova. So 2 very reputable, big-time breeders. So good genetics and healthy animals going into a breeding project. And 2 that have pipped out. 1 looks like a normal. So everything's going to be pied anyways. But everything's going to be, it looks like a normal from the head. One's a little bit more orangey, but other than that, I can't really tell what's going on. One might be leopard. Leopard's super difficult to tell in pied. And then I know Enchi has low white. And then also I'm told Enchi has green eyes. So when the head's out, one of them does not have green eyes, so I can cut Enchi out of that. The best I can get out of this is a leopard. Actually, it's just what the male is, a leopard Enchi Orange Dream Pied. And I already have a male, obviously, and then I got a female last year from Canova of the same genes. It's already almost 800 grams. So, not sure what's going to be held back or kept in these, but we'll have to figure that out. But let's just take a look down here and see what's going to go on with the cutting. So again, hopefully this camera angle is pretty well. Never done this before, and I was totally joking on the big scissors. I got these from my buddy John. One side is tipped, and the other side is pretty blunt. So we'll show you what we got. One came out and I kind of ripped it a little bit. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this one very well. Let's try to see what's going on. But it's pretty orange. I think I'm going to cut a little bit more. There's no veins on the edges of the egg, so I guess that means this one is soaking up everything that it needs to be soaking up. So these are day 55. I don't want to cut one and have it not be fully developed because that would suck, and obviously I would not be posting this video if I'm posting it. So we'll just cut very carefully in an upward direction. I really don't know how far to cut these down. Some of these do have windows, which I'll show you guys that on the ones that do. And I guess on this one we can just kind of cut around here. So I would guess this one's an Orange Dream just because it's very orangey. But I do know Enchi has some nice color to it. And then I know regulars can be kind of bright as babies as well. But that's a really bad cut job, so my apologies on that. I don't want to like rip it and like a bag of chips have the snake come flying out. But I'm not sure. I don't think that's leopard, because I know leopard has the big bands, and then there's sometimes a third banding. Like I said, it could be very difficult to tell. But there's a lot of orange on here, a lot of patterns, so I don't know. My best guess right now is an Enchi Orange Dream Pied. Of course, I could be 1000% wrong on that. And then we got this little dude right here, or dudette, poking the head out. And you can see on the top, Not very orangey. The eyes are black, so I'm gonna say not inchy. And I'm gonna say probably not Orange Dream. I don't know how you tell on leopard from just the head, but we'll see what happens. So I don't even know how you're supposed to cut a snake like this. And I don't want this one to be all like, it's like trying to smush itself back into its little home. And I feel bad disrupting it on its house. But I do know you can like squish the top. I've watched 1,000 videos of these just to try to do it correctly. So let's just pierce at the top and then cut super slow because we don't want to poke the snake. And I know this is like super slow, and I know the experts do this and it's like swoop, like super fast, and everything just happens like quickly. But I don't want to cut the snake in half, and I just want to be super careful with it. Like I said, I've never done this before. There's a lot of bubbles coming out. So hopefully this dude's snake's head doesn't get like caught up in there, and there's a lot of juices coming out on this one. So I guess that would be normal. And I know some people are like, just cut like near the head. I don't know if you guys can see this. Just so it can like get itself out. Well, this one's super orange on the body. But it's definitely not inchy because of the eyes. And I don't want to scare this dude too much because I know they're not ready to come out at all. And I don't want to cut anywhere near its head. So we'll just rip that like that. So you can see some bright orange right there. But again, who knows? Who knows? And then they'll soak all that up in the next couple days. I've been told that if you cut them, they come out early. If you leave them in, they come out early. Who knows anymore? You get told 1,000 different things on the internet. Zoom you guys in here real quick. If you guys know what these snakes are, and I know I'm probably doing a very bad job at showing these. But if you guys have any ideas or at least can see what's going on, let me know. I know people try to ID stuff and they're like not correct either. But all I want out of this is Orange Dream stuff. I know hitting the odds on all 5 on the OD is probably near impossible. But I really don't know. I'm just trying to cut like the very top. And cutting in like an upward direction so I don't cut the snake, but it is super nerve-wracking never doing this before. I was going to go over to John Chosmer's in a couple days and do this, which I probably should have done. But since they're already pipping, that seemed like that was super close to this snake's face. And I don't know how far I need to go down on this. So there's a lot of blood in this one. I'm not seeing any green eyes. But as you can see here, they're super bright. Obviously you won't be able to tell 100% until they're out of the egg. But they all have really, really nice bright colors to their bodies. So, yeah, sorry if I'm annoying some of you guys going super slow on this. This one has a window. This one's had a window ever since it was birthed. But all of these are very bright. And so, I'm learning. I gotta figure out the best way on IDing stuff. I don't know how people can look at an egg like that and be like, oh, this is 6-7 genes, everything is good, and then, alright, so we're gonna make a teeny tiny cut. Like I said, I feel super bad if some of these were like underdeveloped. And here I am just cutting away and they still need all their stuff they need. These are very, very bright. So, oh, that felt a little far. So we'll just swing it around. But I really think they're done. I mean, it's day 55. The incubator was set at 89.5. And I really didn't mess with these very much until like this morning when I saw the first one pip. And I was kind of checking every couple of hours to see what was going on. And the humidity in here was over 100 the entire time. So I guess that would be good as well. I don't know, maybe I'm not cutting these enough. I know some, I don't know. I'm trying to learn. It's very difficult to watch videos and do it on your own. And I'm not really the one that wants to be like all crazy about it and start cutting massive into the egg, but I don't know, maybe we can see a little bit into here. Move it around just a little bit. A lot of white, a lot of nice colorations. There's some deep veins going across, so we're not gonna mess with that one too much. All the other ones didn't have too many veins. And then this one just kind of looks like a normal egg. So, I don't know, they all could be normal pieds, which would be crazy with the combos in it. But I guess we'll just find out how that's gonna work. And then we'll cut this one down here. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying the video on a first cut. And we're just gonna snip, snip, snip this one all the way across the top as high as I can go. Maybe we can cut a little bit more. If I don't cut the snake. And there's some veins in here, but not a lot. So this one looks like normal. This one's not as bright. I didn't cut that one very straight. So we're just gonna cut. I know some people do cut like a big circle. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. So we're just gonna go super careful like that. And again, it seems like all of these tails are pushed up, but we can see that one right there. That one might be a normal. I don't know, but they seem to be alive, which is good. And that is it. So we put these back in the incubator and then they'll crawl out on their own, and then they shed and feed them and do whatever else that they apparently need to do. But they all look the same to me. I don't know. Let's take this off really quickly. Spin you around. So they all look the same. Maybe they are all the same. Well, obviously they're a pied, but I don't know. Who knows? They're probably all normals. All normal pieds. So there we have it. First clutch in the books. Cut. Not out, but I'm sure they'll be out. Since they pipped, they should be out within the next, I don't know, 3 days. And then keep an incubator, keep the humidity high on them, keep them warm. And then the adventure from there just keeps going. Hopefully they can do everything that they're supposed to do. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching this. If you guys have any ideas on what any of these could be, I mean, there's not much to go off of on this at all. But they all have very nice colors to them, which is awesome. That could be a leopard since it's got spotting on the 3rd row. I don't know. We'll have to wait till they come out. Alright guys, that's it. I appreciate it. See you on the next video.